Hey everybody, we're going to take a look now at the pure vowels in German. What I mean by pure vowels are the vowels that just have a single sound to them, not a diphthong, not a mixed vowel, none of that other business, just a single sound vowels. What we have in German are two possible pronunciations of any given pure vowel. So there's the long and closed version and the short and open version. We know a lot about this stuff from Italian, where there were E's and O's especially had two possible pronunciations. Remember, there was the closed E sounding like A and the open E that sounded like E, or the closed O that sounded like O and the open O that sounded like Ah. We have the same stuff going on in German, except that there is a long and closed and a short and open version of every one of the vowels as opposed to just some of them. So for the letter A, we have the long and closed dark ah, or the short and open ah. So ah versus ah. I will tell you that the long and short, I'm not going to worry about a whole lot because that really gets dictated by the music. We just need to be sure to do closed versus open. Okay, on to A. These are the ones you're familiar with. There's either closed A or open A. Then there's closed E or open I. Closed O or open A. And finally closed U or open This is like what we see in the English word foot or book. So the big question is, how do you know if you should pronounce it closed or open? Well, the good news is we have the same set of rules across all of these vowels. The case where you pronounce a vowel closed is when it's followed by one consonant, or followed by an H, or the vowel is doubled. Oops. As in, a double E would be pronounced closed, so something spelled EE. Likewise, we can take these rules and flip them over to know when they're open, which is that it would be followed by two or more consonants. The thing to keep in mind is that if there's a letter H, for instance, let's look at this word, Jahre. So that is an A followed by two consonants. However, the one right after it is an H, therefore closed. Okay, let's do some practicing. So the words on the left side all have a letter A, and let's look at the closed version, or the dark ah. This one's followed by an H, so that makes sense for it to be dark, and then one consonant, or the vowel is doubled. These are the three cases where you would see a dark ah. Practice pronouncing after me. Jahre, Grab, Stadt. Again, Jahre, Grab, Stadt. Over here on the right side, we have the bright A, or the open version. And you see, in all cases, it's followed by a cluster of consonants, two or more. Hand, Nachtigall, in fact there are two of them in that one, and schwarz. Again, Hand, Nachtigall, schwarz. Here we have the two versions of the letter E. The closed E, which would be followed by a single consonant, or an H, or a doubled version of that vowel. Weg, Sehnsucht, Meer. Over on the right side, we have our open E, which is always followed by multiple consonants. Hält, Stelle, denn. Let's go on to practice the letter I, which is either pronounced closed, E, or open, I. You see the same rules apply. Single consonant, letter H, single consonant here, or multiple consonants on the right side. Pronounce after me. Wieder in Musik. Bitte spricht bist. On to the letter O. We have closed O, tot, Vogel, ohne. Again, tot, Vogel, ohne. You see each of these are followed either by a single consonant or the letter H. Over on the other side, we have our open O, pronounced aw, Gott, kommen, Bock. Again, Gott, kommen, Bock. You see multiple consonants after each one. And finally, the letter U, which pronounced closed, U, gut, Ruhe, Flug. Again, gut, Ruhe, Flug. And our open U, which sounds like und, Wunder, Busch. Und, Wunder, Busch.